Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Luke Monster, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series Jedi Fallen Order 3-pack. This set does come with the Second Sister, Cal Kestis, and the Purge Trooper with the Electro Hammer. And this set is a set that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, so it's really nice to finally see this one get released. It is an Amazon exclusive, and I think it came out really nice. Looking at the side box art here, we do have another one of these split murals that we've been kind of seeing lately with the multi-packs in the line. I think it looks really dang good, but I do think once we flip it around to the back, we can really see how nice this mural looks. And I gotta say, looking in the back here, I think it looks really dang good. This is unnumbered, of course, and we do have this nice big Black Series logo right here, and of course that same mural that we have on the side. Not a whole lot else going on the side here other than the Gaming Greats logo at the top, so let's go ahead, crack this guy open, and take a look at everything that this set has to offer. So we got the figures out of the box, and I gotta say, I think they're looking really dang good. Cal Kestis is on basically a whole brand new body. The legs are reused from the Grand Inquisitor though. As far as the Purge Trooper and the Second Sister go though, they are pretty much just straight re-releases of previous figures we've got, except the Second Sister now has a soft goods cape rather than a hard plastic one. Anyway though, let's go ahead, get these guys off of the spinny stand, and take a close look at all the details that these figures have. So first up, looking at the new Second Sister, this is the exact same mold, pretty much from the head down to the toes. The only difference is this cape. She does have this nice soft cloth cape rather than the hard plastic version. There are these Imperial insignias that are printed on it, which they're not great quality prints, but they get the job done and I think they look alright. But one thing that is definitely true about the Second Sister, she has a hard time standing up and balancing. It's just the problem that she has. She has like pretty skinny and small feet, and so it makes it hard to balance this figure. And that was especially the case with the older hard plastic cape because it was so heavy it weighed her down and it caused her to want to fall over. But with this new cloth cape, I found that it is much easier to stand and balance the figure, which is such a huge improvement, and that really fixes my main complaint about the figure. Now, I am not going to do articulation since we've already reviewed this figure before on the channel, so if you do want to see articulation, go check out that first video up on the channel. It'll be pinned in the card right now. But I do want to compare the two here together with the newer version on the left and the older version on the right. You can see this thick, hard plastic cape here, and I do think that the soft cloth is a huge improvement. And this is what the two look like from behind. Now, I do want to compare the new lightsaber to the older version, and my older version actually broke. One of the blades is still stuck in it, and so I could only have a one-bladed Inquisitor saber for my old one, but as you can see, they are the exact same mold. The only difference is that the actual blade here is a little bit thicker on the new blade, but it is a more of like an orangish red than the clear red that we got before. But since it is the same lightsaber hilt, I would still be worried about the actual blade snapping off if it hits the ground wrong or you bend it the wrong way. So I would say just kind of be careful with it. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Electro Hammer Purge Trooper, and this is the exact same Purge Trooper mold we've seen several times in the line before. The only difference is the weapon he comes with and the color scheme. He does have a like whitish light gray pauldron rather than some of the other colors we've seen in the past, so this is nice to get another Purge Trooper variant, and of course he does have that Electro staff here, or Electro Hammer, whatever you want to call it, but it is beautifully sculpted, it looks great, and it has this nice purple paint on it, looking really good. Unfortunately, the biggest thing that I have with this guy is that the articulation just sucks. It is on that 2013 clone body, and so because of that, he gets horrible articulation, and he can barely hold the Electro Hammer. This is the most dynamic pose I could get him in, and I think that's going to be the biggest problem, is you want to get him in these dynamic poses, but you just can't really with the mold that he's on. Here he is next to the other two Fallen Order Purge Trooper variants that we have, with the Electro Staff on the left and the Standard on the right. And as you can see, they're very similar. The one on the right has the red pauldron, the one on the left has the black pauldron, and other than that, they are pretty much exactly the same. There are a few different other color variants. For example, the one in the middle here is the only one to have the white Imperial insignia, while the other two have a red Imperial insignia. And then the other big difference paint-wise is that the new Electro Hammer version has a very, very red visor, whereas the other two have this more duller red, almost a blackish maroon color, and it doesn't stand out as much, which I think is a little disappointing. I like the big, vibrant red color a whole lot more than the other two versions that we got, so it is kind of a shame that the other two didn't have that as well. Regardless though, I still think all three of them look amazing together, and I'm just really happy we're getting more of these Purge Trooper variants. I believe the only ones that we still need are the Electro Baton ones, so hopefully we get that one at some point in the future as well. Next up, we're going to be looking at Inquisitor Cal, and I gotta say, this is easily the best figure of the 3-pack. He is the most modern figure as well, being on pretty much a brand new mold from the torso up. The legs are reused from the Grand Inquisitor, but they fit perfectly and they look great. Another thing that I really love about this figure is this like Imperial chest piece that he has, because it looks just like a Stormtrooper chest piece, but it still has those Inquisitor shoulder pads, which I think came out great, and even around to the back it looks like a Stormtrooper. But I just love how glossy black it is. It is super nice, and a lot of Imperial armor like that is this shiny glossy black, and I think it came out great in figure form here. It especially contrasts with the like duller, more matte undersuit that we have underneath it. Even the little bits on the side here are this shiny glossy black that we didn't get with that Grand Inquisitor figure. And then taking a close look at the face here, this is actually a brand new face sculpt for Cal, and I think it looks incredible. It has more of this angry grimace on his face rather than kind of the smiling standard face that we've had with the other two previous Fallen Order Cal figures, and it looks incredible. He has a scar across his nose and his eye, which is also brand new to this figure. It gives him more of that Sith look, and I really, really like it. It's going to look great on the Imperial shelf next to some of the other Inquisitors. And I think just comparing these two Cals here, you can really see all the updates that they made to the face and how much better the new version looks. Even the hair is a more reddish color, which I think is a lot more accurate to Jedi Fallen Order. Anyway, we will go over articulation considering that this is mostly a new sculpt. So starting with the head, he does have a ball joint at the top of the neck and the bottom of the neck, so tons of range of motion, can go all the way around. Really anything you would need with a neck joint you have on this figure. Looking at the arms, they can go up into a T-pose, and they would normally get to go all the way around, but they do kind of get in the way of this shoulder pad armor here. Looking inside the arm, he does have butterfly joints, which are looking great. The elbow does get to 90 degrees, and he does have 2 vertical hinges on both of his wrists. The abs do have a ball joint, and then the legs are the Grand Inquisitor legs, so they can get up to about kicking this far, and about back this far. And the knee does get well past 90. The foot also has pivots and rockers. Here is what the Inquisitor Cal Kestis looks like compared to the other two Cals, and I gotta say, he looks absolutely incredible. I think this is my favorite version of the 3 Cals, and he's definitely going to be going on my Imperial shelf with the rest of my Inquisitors. He's looking great, and I think he is by far the best looking face sculpt of the 3 Cals. They are very similar, but I do believe it is slightly different. Next up for comparisons, we do have both the second sister and Cal next to some other Inquisitors. So we do have the third sister Reva on the left, and we have the fourth sister on the right. And so here we have the second, third, and fourth sisters. And here is with the other 2 male Inquisitors that we have. So we have the Grand Inquisitor on the left, and we have the fifth brother on the right. Looking great. And just for grins and giggles, here is a shot of all of the Inquisitors that we have in the line all together. Looking incredible. Continuing with comparisons, we have the 3 figures from this 3-pack next to some of the Fallen Order droids that we see. So we have the Empire Strikes Back probe droid here on the left, because we do see that in Jedi Fallen Order. And of course, we do have the K2SO like security droid on the right. Next up, we do have the Rocket Launcher Stormtrooper on the left, and we have the Flame Trooper on the right. And then last but not least for comparisons, we have Rick the Door Technician on the left, and we have one of the other Scout Troopers on the right. So overall, I really love this set. It is kind of a shame that the Purge Trooper isn't upgraded, but I am kind of glad they kept it the same because I want him to match the other Purge Troopers we have in the line. So I'm not too upset about the Purge Trooper not being updated, but I would have absolutely loved an updated second sister. The legs on her just kind of suck. but with that soft goods cape, it really helps her stand up and it makes the balance not as bad. And then of course, the new Cal Kestis is incredible and he's by far my favorite figure of the 3-pack. And so I do highly recommend this set. I recommend it to people who don't have a second sister or a Purge Trooper yet, or even the people that do, because I think they are great upgrades to some of the stuff that we already have in the line. So I do highly recommend this, and I give it a 5 out of 5 overall. If you guys did enjoy, go down and hit the like button and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think of this 3-pack down in the comments below. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed.